First project I wanted to do was a 1948 Packard. It was just sitting around at my friend Don's shop. I wanted to turn it into a custom lead sled for my friend Tom. The biggest challenge in the chop on this Packard was the big bulge in the back of the roof. I took care of that. I wanted to show it to Tom. Once we got the roof dialed in, Tom had to take off. So I got the thing painted and finished because I really wanted to show it to him complete and ready to drive. Tom has helped me out with a lot of stuff in the past. So going through all this extra effort made it worthwhile. He's really happy with the end result. This Packard was not just finished and delivered. This thing is an evolving project. I have it in the shop now. We're developing it into a whole new thing. The next project was for my friend Victor, and who knows what's coming through the door. He's always got a lot of wild ideas. So Victor comes in with a set of blueprints, and he's talking 100 miles an hour.
I need for my nursery to have like a little car spectacle, something like people would see like, what the heck is this thing?
If Victor wants a spectacle, he came to the right place. Victor wanted to build this VW kit car. It's called a Boonie Bug. He found these old plans.
Remember, like everything we do, this means nothing. This means someone has built something like this, so ours cannot be like this.
I think we're gonna take these plans and funkify them. We're gonna go full disco. I think it's gonna be cool. First thing I needed to do was build a framework for the body. It rides on an existing shortened bus chassis, but there's no structure for the whole kit part of it. The whole thing with this vehicle is like a triple threat, right? It's driving around, it's looking so cool. When it's parked, it's doing the same thing. And then the sides fold up, and it still drives around. So it's a quadruple threat. It does 4 things really good. I got the whole structure for the body built. I really wanted to show it to Victor. There's always kind of a friendly competition between us. I wanted to nail my concept and sell him on it.
I was thinking of, hey, I'm gonna throw a wrench in the fire on this guy. I'm gonna have him make something raise up because I want my sign to show. And I come in and you raise up the door and my signs go there so the guy like outthinks me. But yeah, no, that came out crazy, yeah.
The build of this was pretty inspired and quick, so I got it finished up and ready for paint and interior.
We had no idea what this thing was gonna come out to be. It's beyond my expectations. It's not a show car. The little nursery car took it to the next level. This thing's gonna be all dirty and in the mud.
We lucked out with this engine. This thing rips. Everything has held together great. It runs great. I almost wish I didn't have to give it up. I was really getting attached to this thing. Being able to drive it on its inaugural run was really cool. Performed perfect. I think Victor's gonna take this thing more places than the nursery. So in addition to the paint, Victor went all out on the interior. He's got custom vinyl interior, 2-tone, special seat, gold and green. He's got a custom steering wheel. They put AstroTurf inside instead of carpeting. I mean, this thing's looking good. The thing I liked most about this was that it is a stand-alone concept. You're not going to take it to a car show and judge it against anything, so there's a certain freedom in that. My friend Jack has had this custom Econoline pickup for years. He's got some really wild ideas. He wants to push it even further.
So we're going to have to take about this much out of the middle. I want the top to be about this high.
Jack threw a total curveball at this project. I was thinking of wild paint schemes, you know, and he's talking about cutting this thing apart. So you want to section the entire body?
Yeah.
It's a pretty good looking truck like it is, man.
I know.
Sure you don't want to just start on another one? This is,
No. This has to be the one.
Jack showed me these drawings he had, and we went right to work. We had to modify almost every panel. Usually I'm the guy standing back assessing the whole thing, and that's the nice thing about having another professional in the room is you got 4 eyes instead of 2.
Still has to come down more, just a hair.
Well,
1/8 inch.
I don't have any hair.
That's good, that's better.
A great thing about the way Jack thinks on a project is he's not really wishy-washy about things. He says yes or no very efficiently, and that's really what I'm all about. Make a decision, stick it, and move on.
I can't believe that in 3 weeks we've gotten this far. Beautiful, Jesus.
The camera doesn't come out until Jack's happy with it. Once that digital camera's on the scene, you know we're on the right path. We are both on the same page with all the fabrication elements of this project, but the critical thing is the paint detail. Need something to make it pop. Our difference in opinion on the paint scheme actually turned out to be a really good thing in the end because we had two separate elements that came together in a great result. Jack was digging it. Right out of his pocket, first thing is his camera, so I know I'm on a good run here. It's been the story through the whole build is that as he starts taking pictures, you know you hit the mark. The next project was for my friend Kai. He's got a bunch of motorcycles. He wanted to get his 1958 Harley-Davidson Sportster back on the road. Once we got into it, we were over at his house, and he asked me what I wanted to get in exchange for the labor. I want that.
You want that?
Yeah. That.
You want that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Naturally, I'm entranced by this early Harley, but just over my shoulder, there's a police motorcycle, KZ1000. That's a hot rod. This kind of turned into a battle of the bikes. I was going really radical on the police motorcycle. Kai's bike was pretty straight ahead, but it's exactly what he wanted.
Huh. This is pretty damn cool.
It's gonna be all right.
Yep, I think so.
You know, I'd say it's a close runner-up to the motorcycle that I'm building.
I have seen nicer bikes, though, in my life. I can't say I've seen uglier ones.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
After Kai kind of jabbed me, I wanted to play a joke on him with his bike. It was a whole parts stash I got from my friend Gary, and there was just so much potential on Gary's shelves, I wanted to see it on this bike. I put him on the bike, and it's on. This is a 70s style deal. Nothing says commitment like all the details. See what I'm talking about? Not everybody is hip for the trip. Just needs like 10-foot long forks. And you're there.
Hey, Ian. How's it going?
Good, man. Got your bike just about ready to start.
Oh, man, check it out.
Did a little restyling.
Holy moly. Look at this thing. Fishtails and everything. This is terrific, man. I love this. This is great. When I walked in, I was really surprised at how the bike had changed. Yeah, he may have meant it as a joke, but I was digging it. I was loving it. Man, this is awesome.
The joke was on me. He walked in and loved it. I thought you were gonna hate it. I guess
No,
you're
I
into
love it. I love the fishtails. I love the sissy bar.
This weird prank actually resulted in a pretty darn good-looking bike. So it was sort of a debate between Kai and I. In the end, he really just wanted to go with something a lot mellower. So I put the exhaust I built on Kai's bike, but I was really itching to show him the progress on mine. So you remember my Sigmund the Sea Monster rear fender? That changed a little bit.
Looks nice, man.
Yeah. In the end, I got my bike wrapped up. It's exactly what I was hoping for. It's just a good, reliable, powerful, fun-to-ride machine.
I love the way it looks. I just love the way it looks. It's old school. The general ride itself was exactly what I hoped for. You know, just smooth and has a lot of power. Well, Ian's bike, his Kawasaki, I mean, like I said, I didn't think in the beginning he was going to do anything with this thing. Ian, as usual, pulls a rabbit out of the hat or whatever you want to call it, and I actually got to ride it too. And I was really pleasantly surprised. It's a cool little bike.
It's a nice change of pace to build a couple motorcycles. I don't do it often, maybe not often enough, but I really like the cars, so I was ready to get back to them. Next project I did was with my friend Bill. What year is this?
This is a 1962, as I recall.
That's what I'm talking about. I guess it's an early 60s Ford Falcon window van. It's a short wheelbase. Looks like it was maybe from a utility company or something. It's bare bones inside, but it's a pretty cool looking ride. I talked Bill into working on the van as a concept to sell to fund another of his projects, and it just turned out to be way more work than either of us considered. I got a couple good ideas on how to get this thing back in action. The question is, how bad is it? All right, so I'm gonna start off on the front, because to me, it looks like it's hiding some secrets. Yeah, it's all pushed in right there. Even though the van looks pretty good, you see it's hiding secrets. Some of my time in Egypt spent doing exactly this type of operation. I'd say there's been a traumatic event. This van ran into something, and then it was repaired really poorly. The easiest solution would be to get a replacement panel, but I think I can just take this thing, reformulate it, and put it back into place. The cool factor about this is that you're not your typical auto body procedure. I'm gonna fire up this torch and get medieval on it. This metal piece was created in a certain shape. The only thing that changed was the collision made it into a different shape. I want to bring it back to the way it was, and that's just done by a series of heating and hammering. The whole idea is I'm just gonna fit it into place and then continue hammer and dollying it. The van came out really cool. We got it all finished up and it was ready to show to a potential client. Bill had somebody interested in buying.
Oh, and we're off. So looking at the van from the outside and the inside and kind of being a spectator is great. The aesthetic is totally there. It's everything that I want. But it's not the feel of driving it. And so once you drive it, I was sold.
When we first started this project, I didn't know how it was gonna end up. It got in pretty deep, but in the end, it turned out to be a really nice van. This next build came about in a completely different way. My friend Tom's putting on a charity car show, and I wanted to build something to support the effort. I went up to my friend Bill's house. He's always got a bunch of cool projects, and I knew he had some old trucks. In Bill's endless pile of parts, he's got a fire truck. Holy moly.
You know, I love the old fire truck because it's a roadster, and it's one of those keeps getting moved back project. I'm never gonna get around to it.
I really need to check this thing out. Pulled it out of the weeds, and it's in very good shape. I know the chassis got the look. And then seeing this body and the bedsides, I'm thinking giant hot rod truck. Both Tom and I agree, this big box on the back of the cab is not the look we're going for. First order of business is to chop it off. Channeling means you drop the body down over the frame. It gives the whole vehicle a lower profile. The compromise is the interior room. But I don't care about ride and comfort. This is all about the look. We're channeling this sucker. Get it down. I'm just into it, you know. I love this plasma cutter. I'll use it all day long. So I got the shades on, you know, shields are down. I'm in the moment. Tom's yelling.
Woo, we got a fire in the fire truck.
Fire in the truck. I think he's just into the fire truck. I'm like, yeah. This is these wooden cars, man.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do about that?
Should we call the fire department? So here I am, working on a fire truck, and I think, what would a fireman do? I went and got some water. Everything's solved.
You know, Tom, that's why I keep you around. So we got the fire out, the body lowered down, just as we expected, and it looks great. Now you're talking hot rod. That's perfect. What do you think about that, Captain? Is that gonna work?
Yeah, man, now it's looking like a hot rod.
It was a ton of work to bring this concept to life. I got this thing wired up and fired up. It's driving around. I'm ready to take it to the car show. Tom hadn't seen this thing in a few days, so when I pulled up this morning, he was really excited to check it out.
Oh man, I was blown away. It turned out awesome, man. You know, every time I've worked with Ian, I bring something to the table, but I take something home too. I either learn something when it comes to how to build or artistically. It helps me grow as a hot rodder and a car builder myself.
This next project was a build with my friend Stone. It was really unique in the fact that it had very little to do with a car. It was more of a sculptural project.
So this is below the decks of the one-eyed monster, where all the mechanics and engine maintenance guys hang out.
This thing's a full mutant. It's a 28 Ford Model A frame that I put a Mercedes-Benz rear clip, independent rear suspension, with the engine and transmission, and then it has a Chevy truck front axle. Putting this thing together is a lot of effort. It's a full day setup, but the real reward is the sun sets, you get up in the cab and you're cruising around. I mean, just that, it's a really cool vehicle. It's totally fun.
It's worked out perfect. It's exactly what it needs to be, and that's a spectacle of this crazy thing that no one else has ever seen.
Working with Stone was a good change of pace because this was pure art. Most of the clients I work with are more car guys. This was a full mechanized sculpture, and that's cool. The next project was for my friend Don. He had an old 22 Ford C-Cab and a pile of old parts.
As old as it is, it's in pretty darn good shape. I've got the frame for it, got some of the fenders.
Oh, wow.
Yes, this is what started this whole idea.
This whole thing started with Don finding this manual hand crank. It's a tow truck winch. It's dated like 1930 or something.
Well, that winch has been sitting in storage for 33, 34 years now.
Every project has some sort of impetus to things that get you interested in building. This hand crank did it for me. I think if we build the whole truck to reflect this era, I think we'd come up with something really cool.
Look at that, just like a glove, Ian.
We've got parts from like 4 different decades, and there's a lot of space to fill. There's so many different parts here, it could go in a million different directions. Ultimately, this is gonna be a functioning tow truck, so I started working on the rear. I was building the boom, and then Don shows me this gas tank he wants to use. The tank Don showed me is just kind of generic. It looks like something that should be under the bed. This truck's got one lacking area between the bed and the cab, and I think building a custom gas tank is gonna set it off. I wanted to make this tank and the brackets to hold it look like something you'd see on a vintage work truck. What I'm looking to accomplish here is match this radius with the mellow curve, and then I'm gonna pull it tight over a piece of pipe. That way I'll have more of an egg shape instead of a perfect circle. It just depends what you have to work with, but it was just easier to start from scratch because we had it custom built in proportion to this vehicle. That's what we got, dog.
It's interesting the way that ties in between the cab and the bed of the truck to have that space taken up by a fuel tank. It looks absolutely perfect and vintage for that vehicle, too.
It's little steps like this that can convert a man like that to the creative process. It's a small victory in this grand war. And in the end, the truck came together really cool.
Ian nailed this thing. It's unbelievable. The stuff that I gave him to work with, he knocked it out of the park. I mean, look at that truck. It is just absolutely beautiful. There's stuff from the 40s. There's stuff from the 30s. There's stuff from the 20s. And then the drivetrain and frame is from the 60s. Working with Ian on this project really opened my mind to a lot of things, and this project came out killer. I mean, it came out way better than I expected it.
Next project was for my friend Mark. He shows up with this trailer full of parts, so I wasn't sure what he wanted to do.
You know, I'm very fortunate to be one of Ian's clientele. I like Ian just to let his creativity take over the project because however radical it becomes, the better it is. Love your weather down here, man. This is gorgeous.
Came down from Canada, and he's into the wild stuff. Definitely not into the restoration aspect of things, and that's right up my alley.
I can show you this before we actually show you the
the project to be.
Originally, this whole idea came about by a drawing, and he's the only one that I can think of that could actually pull this one off.
He said it was a Volkswagen.
It's a Volkswagen.
Shows me this drawing of this pretty wild cartoon hot rod. I'm all on board.
So it's like a front-engine Volkswagen bus hot rod thing. Just like the Ed Roth monster cars, this is right in that vein. It's just a new style on it. And I think pushing it forward is always really cool.
Oh, yeah. Oh, it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be a one-of. I have my own ideas of the way this thing is kind of gonna look. To me, it's kind of rat rodish. I said, Ian, let's make this rat bus.
Mark's talking about rat rod. He wants something kind of easy to build. You know, I'm looking at this drawing and I'm seeing full custom show car, like all the way.
Mark headed back to Canada and just let me go on this project. My whole concept was to make it look as much like the drawing as possible, make it drivable, and as wild and far out show car as I could muster. I got the whole front windshield established. The next big challenge is the rear portion of the cab. The drawing doesn't really show what's going on back here, so I'm leaving that open to my interpretation. I got a cool idea where I'm going to utilize the rear tailgate of the van and split it in half and make two. The portion with the rear window will be back here, and then the lower portion with this detail of the body sheet metal will stay here. Being that the cab is so much narrower, the whole rear window frame and the rear hatch have to be reconfigured. It'd be nice to just cut it in half and put it in place, but all the proportions are changed. Taking all the leftover pieces of the car and just refitting them in a way that the hinge mechanism will work and the rear hatch will open and close smoothly. It's just way smaller. So, you want to ride this thing, don't you? I know I do. That opens, you got your breeze. There's room to cruise, man. It's gonna totally work. This, hands down, was the biggest build of season 2. It's a huge amount of fabrication for such a little vehicle. This thing's wrapped. This is a toy come to life. Mark is out of his mind. Johnny is totally charged up about this.
It's the coolest thing I ever seen. I'm stoked for Pomona.
I can't wait for that first reaction from people when they see it.
Up to this point, it's been a static piece. Johnny drew it, it's been sitting in the shop, but it's an actual car, it drives around. It's time to take it to the car show. We're out here at Pomona. It's a swap meet car show, biggest one in the world.
Shaka, good job.
Pomona, man, beautiful swap meet. I've been cruising around there this morning. Reaction on the car is all thumbs up.
Probably the coolest car at the swap meet today. And cool, and way different. You know, I love it.
I had never seen it outside the shop until today. So the windows absolutely glow in the sunlight, and it was like a beacon. People were hypnotized, they were drawn to it, and everybody was digging it.
Well, I would think that's probably one of the most unique hot rods I've seen out here in the 30 years I've come out here. There's lots of different things out here, but that one's truly unique.
It's the cartoon driving experience that, you know, if you own this, you'll have that, you'll achieve that. It's wonderful, man.
This is kind of a step in a new direction for me because it's the wildest design I've ever worked on, and it was dictated by an artist. So it really makes me want to do more.